Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning to all of you 1AR. Okay, I see you again for this week for our English PDPR class. Okay, if last week we have stopped with the task on reading, so for today, okay, I want you to open your textbook and open page 55. Page 55, your textbook. Okay, so for today, we are going to do on vocabulary and listening. Okay, on the vocabulary and listening. Okay, so for today, we are going to learn a little bit on the topic of science in the classroom. Okay, science in the classroom. So bear in mind, today's vocabulary and also the lesson is more or related to the science in the classroom. Okay, science in the classroom. Okay, now let's go to number 1. Okay, task 1, number 1. Okay, let's read the instruction first. Okay, the instruction is listen and repeat the science words in the box. Listen and repeat the science words in the box. Which words are pieces of equipment that scientists uses? Okay, so after this, you are going to listen to the audio, okay, on the pronunciation of the words in the box. Okay, there are a lot of words which are related to the science in the classroom in the blue box there. Okay, on your right, you can see the blue box there. So there will be a speaker who pronounce the word, and I hope you can pronounce the word together with the speaker. Okay, so this part, okay, this task number 1 is actually want to practice and train your correct pronunciation of the words. Okay, so you listen carefully and pronounce the word together. Maksudnya you dengar dan sebut perkataan itu bersama-sama supaya kamu boleh sebut perkataan tersebut dengan betul lah, dengan sebutan yang betul. Okay, and after that, okay, you can try to answer the question there. Which words are pieces of equipment that scientists uses? Okay, meaning to say, there's a lot of words, okay, in the blue box there. But which words that you think is the equipment or tools? Okay, equipment means peralatan. Okay, yang mana peralatan dalam blue box tu that shows the equipment that scientist uses. Okay, maksudnya peralatan yang digunakan oleh scientist. Okay, I will play the audio right now. You listen, pronounce the word, and try to answer the question on which equipment that scientist uses. Okay, so please be ready.
Unit 5, Vocabulary and Listening. Science in the Classroom. Exercise 1.
Laboratory. Test tube. Thermometer. Explosion. Pressure. Jug. Gas. Liquid. Gravity. Temperature. Air. Bubbles. Acid. Chemical reaction.
Okay, so I hope that you can pronounce the word. You know the correct pronunciation of the words words that related to the science in the classroom there, and you can decide which equipment that scientists uses. Okay, that is for number 1. If you have not clear with the how to pronounce the word correctly, you can repeat the audio. Okay, that is for number 1. Okay, now we move to number 2. Okay, number 2, you have to complete the instruction for chemical experiment, okay, with words from the box. Then listen and check. Okay, so that is number 2. I repeat, okay, the instruction. Complete the instruction for chemical experiment with words from the box. Then listen and check. Okay, so what you need to do now is actually there are some picture. Okay, there are 4 pictures. Okay, 4 pictures of chemical experiment. Okay, so what you need to do, okay, you have to fill in the blanks. Okay, they are number 1, number 2 until number 7. Okay, there are blank, 7 blanks there about on the steps of chemical experiment. Okay, so you have to fill in the blanks with the words, okay, with the suitable words in the blue box there. Okay, there are so many words in the blue box that you have learned how to pronounce it just now in task 1. So now is the time where you have to fill in the blanks with the correct words. Okay, so you fill in number 1 until number 7. Okay, so that is for number 2. Okay, so when you do this, okay, you pause for a while this video and then you try to do first. Okay, pause the video and then you try to fill in the blanks first. Okay, so now I will play the audio, the second audio, where you can check your answer for number 2. Okay, for the blank number 1 until number 7. Okay, so the rules is you have to fill in the blank first, okay, before you listen to the audio for task 2. Okay, because the next audio is going to be the answer for exercise 2. Okay, so I will play the audio for exercise 2. Okay, you listen carefully and you check your answer for the blank of number 1 until number 7.
Unit 5, Vocabulary and Listening. Science in the Classroom. Exercise 2. The exploding bag. In the school laboratory, you can try this fun experiment. You will need the following equipment: a plastic bag with a zip, a measuring jug, warm water, vinegar, baking soda.
First, put 100 milliliters of warm water and 200 milliliters of vinegar into the bag. The temperature of the water shouldn't be higher than 60 degrees Celsius. Next, add 3 spoons of baking soda to the bag of liquid. Quickly close the bag with the zip. Watch as a gas called carbon dioxide is produced inside the bag. Can you see the bubbles? Now, here's the fun bit. The bag will get bigger and bigger until there is an explosion.
Okay, so that is the answer for exercise 2, task 2. Okay, so I really hope that you can get the answer there. Okay, but the most important is for number 2, the rule is you have to fill in the blank first, and then after that barulah you dengar the audio. So from the audio you only check your answer, is it correct or wrong. Okay, so that is exercise 2 or task 2. Okay, now we go to task 3. Okay, number 3. The instruction is complete the sentences about the experiment with the words in the box. Okay, I repeat, complete the sentences about the experiment with the words in the box. Okay, so what you are going to do, again, okay, you have to fill in the blanks. But this time you have to complete the sentences with the words in the box. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words. Okay, so 5 words for 5 questions for task 3. Okay, you have words bubbles, thermometer, laboratory, gas, and reaction. Okay, so if you are not clear with the meaning of each word there, okay, you can check the dictionary. But I think you already know what are the words, what the meaning of each word there. Okay, so you just fill in the blanks, choose the best word to complete the sentence in number 1 until number 5. Okay, so that is for number 3. Okay, now we move to number 4. Okay, so for number 4, the instruction is listen to a science teacher carrying out a classroom experiment. Put the steps in order. Okay, so now for number 4 is actually you are going to listen again to another experiment. Okay, by the science teacher. Okay, but okay, the step is, okay, the instruction is you have to rearrange the picture according to the audio that you have listened. So after this, okay, you are going to listen to the audio about the correct steps, okay, of a teacher carrying a classroom experiment. Okay, so lepas ni kamu akan dengar satu step lah, langkah-langkah bagaimana cikgu tu, seorang guru sains melakukan eksperimen. So dalam audio tu adalah langkah yang betul, step yang betul. But okay, tapi dalam gambar ni step ni tidak tersusun. So you have to arrange it according to the audio. Okay, susun mengikut apa yang kamu dengar melalui audio selepas ini. Okay, for example, if you listen, the first step is E, so E will be step number 1. Okay, so if you listen B is step number 2, so B after E it will be B step. Okay, until number the last step lah, 5 step there. Okay, so are you ready? Okay, I will play the audio for task or exercise 4.
Unit 5, Vocabulary and Listening. A Classroom Experiment. Exercise 4.
If you turn a glass of water upside down, what happens?
It goes all over the floor.
That's right. Thank you, Simon. And why does it go all over the floor?
Because water is heavier than air.
Exactly. And gravity makes the water fall. But that doesn't always happen. Here's a glass. Tom, can you fill it with water from the jug for me, please?
Yes, Mr. Marston. Here you are.
Thank you, Tom. So, we have the jug and glass. The only other equipment I need is this piece of cardboard. Now, I'm going to put this cardboard on top of the glass of water and turn it upside down. Then I'll take my hand away, but none of the water will go on the floor. Do you believe me?
No.
Okay, watch. Now this is the difficult bit. When I put the cardboard on top of the glass, I have to make sure no air gets inside. If there are any air bubbles in the water, it won't work. Right. I think that's okay. Now, watch. Look, I've taken my hand away and the water has stayed in the glass. Amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so can anyone explain why that happened? Why didn't the water go all over my feet? I'll give you a clue. It's to do with air pressure. Yes, Emily.
Well, because there was no air inside the glass, the air pressure from outside the glass was greater than the pressure of water inside the glass. That's why the water stayed where it was.
Exactly. Well done, Emily. Did you all get that? The reason the water stayed in the glass was because the air pressure outside of the glass was greater than the air pressure inside.
Unit
Okay, so that is for number 4. Okay, I really hope that you can catch up with the step. Okay, if you are having a problem, you can repeat the audio so that you will get the correct steps of the experiment. Okay, that is for number 4. Okay, now we move to the last one, question 5 or task 5. Okay, I read the instruction first. Listen again. Are the sentences true or false? Correct the false sentences. Okay, so again, you have to listen to the audio for number 4 just now on the teacher carrying out a classroom experiment, and then you have to decide, okay, the true or false statement, okay, for number 1 until number 5 for task 5. Okay, so you read the sentences there, okay, and then you decide is it correct or false statement. If the statement you think is false statement, you have to correct it. Okay, kalau statement yang kamu baca tu kamu rasa salah, kamu kena betulkan lah. Tuliskan statement yang betul. Okay, based on the audio that you listen for task 4 just now. Okay, on the teacher carrying out a classroom experiment. Okay, so that is for the last one, task 5. Okay, I think that's all for today. I really hope that you can understand and you try to do it. Okay, the exercise on page 55 on the skill of vocabulary and listening. Okay, I think that's all for today. I see you in the next class. Bye, 1AR.